I didn't want it to hit him, so I didn't aim in the air. I aimed at the ground as hard as I could.
This is 24 years old Samantha Jo Stevens, regarding the shooting death of her 23-year-old boyfriend, Eric Washington. This case happened in 2021 in Columbus, Ohio. Samantha and her boyfriend were living together and had got into an argument, which led to the shooting death of her boyfriend.
He was shot in the left shoulder, lower. It went through his body and out at the base of his neck above his clavicle.
Samantha shot her boyfriend in the neck, claiming she was defending herself. After shooting her boyfriend, who later died, she fled to another city in Ohio. 2 days later, Samantha Jo decided to turn herself in and tell detectives her side of the story. In the end of this interrogation, you will find out which sentence she got.
Okay. So we've kind of had other stories as to what happened. I'm really interested to hear from you. So if you just want to take me back to the November the 22nd and kind of just go through everything with me.
Yeah. And then that morning, like, he woke up. He was really angry that morning. He's got a lot of anger problems. He's angry that morning. When this had happened, we drove away from our house and we were doing other things. And he was driving at the time that we started fighting. He was driving, but because I had just popped my tire, and he was angry because I popped my tire. He did like just small things like send him off. Angry because I popped my tire, so we switched places, and he was driving to his cousin's house, was where the incident took place. And I wasn't allowed to like go in there or leave or anything. He was driving, and we got into it. I honestly can't remember the exact reason we even got into it.
Okay.
We were fighting. He was hitting me with stuff in my car, like deodorant and the ashtray. He was hitting me with all that stuff. He was trying not to hit me with his hands. He was just grabbing me and stuff. I was just trying to hit him, get him out. Just hit him away. He stood outside of my car and was talking. And there was the gun that was already in the car. And that was technically his gun, but it was in my possession because we had just switched seats. It was underneath my seat. He got mad. He got really, really mad. Started doing extra everything. He spit on me. He was being really mean. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle for the gun because he was just taunting me at that point. He was like, you're not tough. You can't do anything to me. You can't do anything. He's like, what are you gonna do besides with that gun? And we had fought multiple times. We had fought, and there was always a gun. I always took the gun. I always took the clip. I always threw it away so he couldn't use it. Because there's been times where he shot at my car, where he just shot blankly in the air at me, just to prove a point to me, And there was the struggle.
Take your time.
Yeah.
This moment is a powerful display of psychogenic shock and dissociation. This isn't just sadness or crying. It appears to be a physiological and psychological reliving of the trauma. Her inability to form words suggests that the memory is not fully processed in the narrative centers of her brain, but is instead being experienced as a somatic or emotional flashback. This moment of silence speaks louder than words, indicating that even in her own mind, the exact mechanics of the shooting are a traumatic void.
It was in my car. I was getting over back to the driver's seat. At this point, he said he was gonna go inside and get the gun. Don't worry about it, because I had got the gun during the struggle. It was in my possession now. He was like, don't even worry about it. I'm going in to get this gun. When I come back out, like, this car is gonna be in pieces. Like, he's like, it's a raggedy car. Like, the bitch driving it, just saying anything, just saying he was gonna come back and just shoot my car with me in it. And I believed him. He shot my tires out of my last car. There's probably proof of that somewhere, but he shot those tires out before my car. So as I was going over to the driver's seat, I just shot one time, blankly in the air. I aimed completely away from him. I don't know. But when I drove away right after that, because he came back outside after he said he was going in the house to get a gun. He came back and was just standing by the door. I just wanted to scare him to not coming back outside. And I started driving away right after that. I got a call. On my phone. Not on my phone, on his phone. It was in the car. It's connected to my Bluetooth. And I was already on the phone. And I answered it. And they said, where's my brother? Where's my brother? Where's my brother? I was just like, I don't know, I'm not with your brother. They're like, you shot my brother? I was just like, no, I don't know. No, I didn't shoot him. That's it. They told me, I read an article and they said that he was dead, and it was hours before they told the family. I was thinking when they told me he was shot, I was like, oh, he must have just got shot in his foot or something. It might have just been like a little graze.
I want to go back just a little bit. When you said he, you were referring to Eric Washington.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you and Eric been together?
The beginning of 2020, January, February 2020.
Okay. And
it was like an open relationship, you know. Like, he saw other people, I saw other people in between.
And where were you before you went over to his cousin's house on Fremont?
Where did we go before that? We were at his house that morning. We stopped at.
And where is that?
His house on Deerfield Road.
Okay.
We stopped at another one of his family members' house. I believe it was on, I can't remember if it's North or South Hague, on Hague Street. But whenever we're in Columbus, he's normally driving. But the only reason he didn't, when we left, he wasn't driving. The only reason because the police were there because they were giving him an eviction notice. So they were at his apartment. They were there when we pulled off. So after I popped my tire, we went to a tire shop on the west side, and after that he insisted on me going over so he could drive. So he was just already really angry. He's just really mad because I popped my tire. He just called me stupid. Really mad at me. He was really mad that morning because they came in and woke us up. So he was like, I already know it's gonna be a bad day. Whenever he says that, it's always a bad day. I should have just went home.
Why did you tell him about some of the other abuse from Eric?
I went home for so long. First time that he gave me was at my house. And one time I remember it was about May in 2020. It's the first time. And first, like, he hit me, you know, but I wouldn't consider it serious. Like, it's serious, of course, but like, I wouldn't consider it as serious as the next time he hit me. The next time he hit me, I was with my friend. We were just driving, and I threw some money at him. Like, basically, like, this money's not worth this argument. Like, I threw it at him, and he pulled the car over and dragged me out and smacked me down to the ground in front of my friends. Left me. I live in Akron. But I'm always in Columbus, and he's always in Akron. We're always going back and forth between each other's house. He smacked me down to the ground and left me in Columbus. And I had to get my own way home with my friend. And
You said he hit you with a punch or?
he smacked me. He smacked me that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first time he hit
Yeah,
you
the first time he hit me, it was a smack too. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't start getting really angrily violent until December. He was dealing with another woman before me, and she was in prison actually. And when she got out, and she didn't kind of want to like be with him or entertain him, he got really he went through like a really dark place. It's really bad for me, you know. And it was like it's really bad. I was like, we've gone weeks without talking to each other before, and got back around each other, and it was like the same. But even like recently, like every day I've been around him, like, he's been really angry. And even this last time when I just came to see him, I tried to leave twice. The last text on my phone from him was like, come back, please come back, because we were already fighting. He shoved me out the door that day. He came into my house one time, and he came in my house. He opened the window. Actually, he opened it up. It was like a sliding glass window in my apartment. I didn't know how to lock the screen at first, but he opened it up, and he came in. And while I was sleeping one time, and he kicked me in my chest. He kicked me in my chest, so I lost my breath really bad. He just kept kicking me in my chest. And he went into my room and took all the money I ever had, like all my money I saved up over years and years and years, and he took it all to pay lawyer fees for the high-speed chase that he was in. And I tried to get it back, and he threw me down the stairs. And there was a gun involved in that situation as well. There was a gun in my apartment, and I didn't use it. I never wanted to hurt him. And even when he was doing that, even when he was taking everything I had, I never wanted to hurt him. I never had any intentions of hurting him. Even through all that, I went back around him.
Is that the one where you filed a police report with
Yes,
that?
I filed a police report, and I filed a report after that saying that he had broken in while I was at work. But it didn't end up going anywhere. He just broke in and sat there basically and just go through my things. But,
And when you talked about for attorney fees out of the pursuit, was that the one in Delaware?
yes,
Were you with him?
I was the passenger.
Okay.
And I believe it was my rental car.
You mentioned earlier when you first spoke that he had shot your car in the past.
Yeah, and just the tires. He had just shot the tires.
Where were you?
In Columbus.
No, but where were you in reference to the car when he shot the car?
Oh, in the car.
You were inside the car? Okay. Were you in the driver's seat?
Driving. Trying to drive away.
Which car was that?
In my old Ford Taurus. I sold it.
Okay.
But I've had to get the tires replaced multiple times. If he didn't shoot him, he stabbed him out. He busted my windshield multiple times. He's doing all of that. And it was just a pretty toxic.
Sometimes it's hard to gauge someone else's intent. What do you think when he shot your car? What did you think he was trying to just damage your car, or what did you feel
Trying
like?
to stop me from leaving. I wrecked one of his cars before in Columbus, trying to leave from him, hurting me. I was like locked in the car by myself for a long time over like in West Park, honestly. Like, that's where it was at. And it was like he always just wanted to stop me just so he could hurt me. His family always told me like he's gonna end up killing me.
Who told you that?
His family, his brothers, everybody. His brother's girlfriends, everybody who saw us fight. We fought from Columbus, we fought in Michigan, we fought in Akron, we fought in front of everybody. Everybody. Like everyone knows. When this happened, his family was calling me like, we know why, but why? Like, we know why, but why? And I didn't believe it. I was in shock. I still don't see how it happened. I don't understand how it happened. She was alive. But he was trying to hurt me. I believe he was really trying to hurt me. He was so angry. I don't even remember why he was so angry.
And how did you get the injuries on your face?
He had busted my lip. When we were fighting.
When was that?
When we were fighting right before this happened.
Okay.
Yeah, in the car.
And how did he bust your lip?
It was either his fist or his elbow. I think it was his elbow with an ashtray. He really wasn't using his closed fist much. Like he was trying to elbow me or like hit me with something just because he would always say, I'm not even like touching, like, you know.
Okay. And were you in the Jeep
Yeah.
at that time? Yeah. Is that the Jeep that's registered to you that it was parked in Cleveland? Okay. When the initial fight happened, were you both inside the vehicle?
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier, but were you on the passenger side?
Passenger.
And he had driven from the tire shop then to there?
From the tire shop, he drove.
Okay. So how did he end up out of the car, and how did you end up over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat?
Just jumped over.
So you didn't get out of the
I
car?
didn't get out.
Okay.
He got out. He got out and was holding my door. He's acting like he's going to break it off.
So then once you got into the kind of driver's seat area, take me through that kind of step by step what happened.
As I shot, I was jumping over and I just seen him peek his head out. I didn't even think his body was out or anything. I seen him peek his head out and I aimed down. And I pulled off and I started texting him. And I was just like, it's basically like just, I was like, why would you put me through this? Why would you? I was thinking, you know, he's dying.
So let's just back up just a tad bit. So when he was still at your car and you got into the driver's seat, you mentioned there was a struggle for the gun, which you said was under the driver's seat from where he had been driving, which was his gun.
Yeah, it was his in my possession because, you know, he has a felony.
Okay.
And so once he did get that felony, he wanted to leave all his guns and stuff at my house. And I told him they could because it was legal for me to have guns now. And I told him that was fine.
So how did the gun come into play? From you're in the driver's seat, you guys are...
He was just like, he's like, don't think that you're going to do anything. Like, you can't do anything to me. Like, he's like, you have this gun, you're still like, I'll take this from you. I was just like, he was like, I will take it from you. He was like, you won't. He was like, nobody will care. Like, he was like, nobody will care, like, about you. Like, nobody cares about you besides me. Like, nobody cares about your life besides me. Nobody cares besides me. And I was like, you don't care. He was like, you're right. Like, and I had came out there. We hadn't been talking or seeing each other for a while. I came out there because I got into an incident with another guy. It was pretty much just verbal and all that, but he, you know, he was like touching me and being extra, like the guy that I was arguing with. So I went out there to tell him about it and hope that he was gonna maybe like do something or something, say something, do something. And he was like, why would you even come down here? Just see it did worse. Just see it did worse. Like, he was like, I'll leave you here.
So did you remove the gun from under the seat?
See, no.
How did the gun? I'm trying to figure out how the gun came.
It was under the seat, like it was under the seat, but it was moved. It was already moved to the side door.
Which on the passenger side or the
Yeah,
driver's side?
after it was, because when we were driving, you know how when the car stops, it'll come from underneath the seat, so we had to move it. I don't remember honestly if I moved it or if he moved it to the compartment thing, but that's where it was at.
So on which side of the car?
The passenger.
On the passenger side.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were in the passenger seat, you guys were fighting. When did the gun come out or come into play? And I guess how did it end up?
He was reaching for it.
Okay.
He was reaching for it. I didn't have it out. He was reaching for it. He brought it up and he reached for it. I was just scared. I just wanted him to come back outside shooting. I didn't want him to come back outside shooting. I just didn't want him to come back outside shooting at me.
So how did you get the gun from him once he pulled it out of the compartment?
It was a wrestle. Like I was grabbing onto it like this, and he was grabbing onto it like this, and we were just both like holding it. And I ended up being the one who got it. He wasn't much bigger than me. He was much stronger than me though, but he wasn't much bigger than me. So us being in the car and him not being able to really get up and all that.
So he was still inside the car at this time?
At this time,
Okay.
yes, when we wrestled.
This passage is a fascinating window into her cognitive processing of the power dynamic in their relationship. She is trying to logically explain how she, the physically weaker party, managed to gain control of the weapon. Psychologically, this reveals a deeply ingrained pattern of navigating around his superior physicality. She has learned to survive by analyzing angles, spaces, and moments of vulnerability.
So then he exited out of the car. He got out of the car.
Yeah, he did. He said he was going inside to get another gun. He's like, you know what? Basically, like, you got this one, I got another one. I was never allowed in that house. His cousin's house. He just said he didn't want me to talk to him.
Is it a trap house?
I've never been inside. I really can't speak for that, but he said, like, using his words, like, I don't need to be in a house full of dudes. I don't need to, like, he's like, you're a woman, you're my woman, like, he's like, you're basic, he's like, that gives you a pass to be a hoe. Like, he was real controlling. He's like, that gives you a pass to be a hoe and mess with these guys, my friends. And it's just like, so I had never been in there. I've never met anybody that was in there. I don't know them at all. Like, I really just didn't believe that I had shot him. I was thinking they shot him. I didn't know what was going on because it was a single shot, and I aimed for the ground, just not to hurt him. Because honestly, if I would have known that he got shot, I would have stayed. They probably would have killed me too. Like, and I would have stayed.
You know what kind of gun it was?
The gun, yeah, it was a Glock. It was a 43X. It was a 9.
How was the car parked?
How was it parked in front of the house?
Yeah.
It was just in front of and it was not in front of his house. It was in front of the neighbor's house. But do you know how the apartments are set up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just outside of one of the neighbors' houses.
Like the last spot.
Yeah. I believe we were on the very end. I can't exactly remember, like, for sure.
Do you remember if it was back then or pulled front forward in? Okay.
Do you remember any of his friends or cousins coming out during the struggle? Do you recall seeing them come out?
The door was open.
Door was up.
The door was open for a second, and then when he went back in, the door was closed.
When he went back, when
Eric went back to go inside, the door was closed.
So when he went inside, where were you inside the car?
In the car. When he
Were
went
you on the
in,
passenger side still?
over.
You were jumping over?
I was jumping over it because he went in and came back out like 2 seconds. In, out. Like, he was running. In, out.
And did you fire the gun from inside the car?
From inside my car, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, from kind of as you're going over from the passenger
Yeah.
side to the driver's side?
Yeah. It was just down as far, like, I didn't aim towards him at all. Like, I've been to the gun range before, and I'm a terrible shot. Like, so I was just aiming at the ground. I was just trying to scare him. I didn't want to aim up in the air because I didn't want it to hit him, you know? So I didn't aim in the air. I aimed at the ground as hard as I could.
And where was he when he fired the shot?
Oh, the only thing I saw was his head peeking out of the door. The only thing I saw. So there's like, I didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe that it was me. I didn't believe it at all when they called me. I was like, he might have got shot in the foot or something, but because I aimed so far down, like, he might have got shot in the foot. I was telling my friends, like, he might have got shot in the foot. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I was denying it. I didn't. And then I saw an article that said that he had died, and the family didn't contact me until hours later because they didn't get notified. I was talking to the family. They didn't get notified until hours later that he had actually passed away.
So when you shot at him, were you saying that he was at the driver's side door and peeked in, or was he at the apartment door and peeked out?
No, the apartment door.
Okay, so he was out of the car. You shot from the car on the passenger side?
Yeah,
What's that?
I said, yeah, I was just scared he was going to come back over here. Yeah.
He had gone back into the apartment, right?
And he said he was grabbing a gun to come shoot my car up.
And then did he come back out?
Yeah, he did. He went in and out fast, like in and out. The door shut and it opened back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saw was his head?
Yeah, just his head peek out. Just. I wasn't really looking, like, I wasn't paying attention. I just saw his head peek out, and I was just scared. I was just scared. I didn't want to hit him or shoot at him. I wasn't trying to shoot at him. I was just trying to just shoot blank in the air. Just scare him.
How come? Just to scare him, or?
Just to scare him from shooting back at me,
Okay.
you know. Because he said he was going to get a gun. I just wanted to scare him off.
So what was your thought when he said he was getting the gun and was going to come back out? Take me through how you felt. Like, what did that mean to you, or how did you feel?
Shoot my car with me in it, so he said, so I could have died. I could have died. He could have shot me. Shoot at a car that a person's in, and I was on the side closest to his apartment. If he shot at my car and it went through, I would just be dead instantly. Like, he just doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care. He's like, you're nothing to nobody. Like, he was saying all this. He was saying he's gonna go get a gun. He was saying all this.
And were the keys in the car? I don't know how your car does it have an ignition key?
It's right there.
Oh, the key got right here, yeah. So was the car running at this point, or?
Running, yes.
Okay. Did you feel like maybe you should leave at that point, or?
I was leaving. It was as I was leaving. As I was leaving. As I was jumping over to leave because it was just taking too long. Before he came back outside, I was just taking too long.
Well, things happen fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really fast.
Did you shoot through the windshield or out the?
Out the window. It was already down. Yeah.
Okay.
It was already down. I was screaming for help, but don't know if he ever helped. I was screaming for help in his apartment too, and don't know if he ever.
In his apartment?
Their head out, and I'll just be like, oh.
You say in his apartment? Are you staying with him?
No, we
On
I stayed at his house and he stayed in my house. Like, I had stuff at his house. I took most of it because I was leaving. Like, I was leaving from him.
So you didn't go back to the apartment after shooting?
I did. I went back.
To his place?
No, not after the shooting. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I went back after we fought the first time. He was shoving me out of his apartment. I went back in there, but I had already took all my stuff to my car after that.
That was the same day?
Yeah. Or the day before that, honestly. Sorry, it's just a blur.
So where are you staying at?
I live in my house in Akron.
On Akron?
Yeah, I have it there. And we were kind of back and forth between each other's house. Like before he got his apartment, he was staying with me. And then when he got his apartment, we were just back and forth. He doesn't have a lot of furniture right now.
So when you came to Columbus,
I
you
came
just
to
stayed with him?
Columbus. Yeah, I came to Columbus just to be with him. After he lost his license, he can't really make it out to me anymore.
But he would anyways.
Yeah, but if, with the
You were his
opportunity.
ride.
Yeah, that was his ride basically.
So I guess the next step from after like the shot was fired and you did you leave right away or
Yeah.
okay.
I left right away, and I didn't get a call that he was actually shot until half an hour later.
So I guess just take us through from where you were parked to where you ended up. Like when you left the apartment there, which way did you turn and where did you go?
I just took the basic route home. I take over past Delaware, Mary, past a few different places.
How would you describe your driving initially when you left? Like, was it normal driving, or did you tear off out of
I
there?
tore off out of there, but after that, it was normal.
What's your definition of normal, though?
That's what we have in Interrogation.
70, 80.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I
Her
stopped.
version and mine are different, so that's why I want you guys to know that.
Yeah, just put some makeup on, went home.
When you say you went home, which address?
My house.
So you went to
Akron. I went
the Market Street
Yeah.
after this?
So, right after it.
Did you?
Was home. I had what were you saying?
Did you call anybody on the way?
Yeah, I called somebody to drive me to my friend's house in my car. She drove me in my car though. But I drove. Well, the first thing I drove my own car first to her house, and then she drove because she had a friend at her house that was going to drive her car behind me.
Would you mind sharing who your friend is?
Her name is Erin. I'm not sure about her last name because her name on Facebook is some stupid name. But her name is Erin. I just trusted her to be calm, not saying just be calm. That's all I wanted. I was freaking out. Pretty bad. They didn't know much besides I told her that Eric had beat my ass and I don't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on.
And when you say not say anything, do you mean not communicate with you so that you could just talk, or do you mean not say anything to the police?
No, not say anything to me. Like I didn't want anybody to talk to me. I was in a freak out mode when I heard that he got shot, and then I heard that he passed away.
So then, Erin, did she drive you? Like, where did you guys go from there?
She drove me to Ariana's house.
To his house?
She drove me to Ariana's house. She drove me.
And where does Ariana live?
That's where the car was found.
Okay, the address
That's
is his
his
house.
house. Yes.
She's the one who took me there.
Do you have a phone number for Erin, or a way that we can contact her, or how did you get in touch with her?
I called her.
Okay.
I don't have her number. I don't know it. I called her.
And as far as what Arion, is that the house in Cleveland? Do we have a way to get in touch with them, where I can get in touch with them, or?
I actually have his phone number.
Yeah.
Okay.
The marshals knocked on his door. So.
Yeah.
And I'll show you. Is it?
That's his mom.
That's his mom. Okay. That's who the marshals talked to, so I just wanted to figure out that we're talking about the same house.
Yeah, I think they pounded on the door, was my understanding.
Okay.
And, they were looking for actually his brother.
Mm.
And we just found out about that when we got here. So.
Yeah, I haven't been talking to anybody. I just found it out on the way up here.
And, I talked to your attorney. He had tried to call me that night. So did you reach out to him that night?
Yeah, it took me a long time. I wasn't sure what to do.
Her brother-in-law is my wife's brother. And so they called me and we brought her back to their house and stuff. And that's when we talked about it, what happened. And then I called and I couldn't get through to anybody. So
That's not surprising.
So I just left a message trying to get it and then followed up the next morning when I saw it on Twitter. So
It wasn't real.
we were also trying, she was afraid of for her safety.
Right.
From his family.
His family was trying to kill me, basically. Understandably. No. Understandably. They were just like,
I mean, they warning you about him, which is kind of.
I talked to some females in his family, and they were like, yeah, we understand. Like, we know, like, they were like, his brothers are gonna come for you, and they don't understand. But they're like, we understand. And they were sad, and they were like, we understand, we know. What he was putting me through, we know. And they were like, we know that you never do that.
And you said earlier that you were in an open relationship. It sounds like it's kind of one-sided, though.
Yeah, pretty one-sided.
You couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good relationship.
In the last 2 years?
Yeah,
Well,
I did. But he had a lot more. He was like 23 other women that I knew about, and I was with like 4 other people.
Can I ask why you stuck around with him?
It was a good rapport,
Mm-hmm.
It's just the love I had for him. He was the first person that I loved.
Is he dealing, too?
Yeah.
What was he dealing?
A lot of different things. When I first met him, he was into that I knew about, but I ended up finding out that he was previously, because his girlfriend that was in jail, his charges or whatever. I had found out about that, but when I first met him, he was telling me he's flipping cars, and he told me he was doing his music, he's getting paid for shows and stuff.
Is any of that ever true?
Yeah.
So,
But he, like, the people, like, he surrounded himself with, the way that he was, like, just kept going back,
is he making meth in his apartment or anything like that? Or
I'm not aware of him making it. I'm aware of him having it.
I saw a ton of codeine in there yesterday.
He's addicted to that. He does that. He does that. And he does drink that codeine from magazines. He's really
There was a lot of
strung
empty
out.
bottles.
He's kind of strung out on that.
Do you know if he was using any of that stuff on that day?
I don't know. He didn't really tell me. I told him it made him aggressive. I told him it made him really mean. I don't like when he's high around me.
Were you using with him?
I smoke weed. I don't do any of it.
And we're not interested in any of the drug stuff,
Yeah.
as far as you're concerned. What was like he had a press in his apartment and some other stuff. We did a search warrant there. I mean, we're just trying to figure out kind of what.
He didn't
Who was there?
be involved with anything besides a couple things. Like the things he had going on with his guys, was completely separate from me. I wasn't allowed. At the beginning, he brought me around, but after that, I wasn't allowed to be around one of the guys because I had a relationship that was very like short, ended like really really small, like with somebody that I guess that he had known, but I didn't know that he had known him, so I wasn't allowed around anybody. I wasn't around anybody that he knew. But
So were you pretty much dropping him off there a lot at your cousin's house, or his cousin's house, sorry, on Fremont?
Recently,
Recently?
not any time before the last couple of months. He just started going over there last couple of months.
Okay, yeah, because they were saying that he was coming almost every day, and you were dropping him off, and that you guys are always
I was
arguing.
never dropping him off, though. I would be outside waiting for him.
Oh, really? The whole time?
Yeah.
Like, how long was he there for?
Hours.
Seriously? Wow.
Is he actually like blood cousins with them, or is just like this
I've
cousin?
never met him. I don't know.
So I'm interested, like,
Not really. That's why I just grew up together in there. Just that's why I figured.
after you,
I didn't even know that guy's name that lived there.
after you got the flat tire when you were driving initially and you said he was upset, do you remember what tire place you went to?
On the west side.
The name of it or anything like that?
Street.
It was a used tire shop. And we charged me $50 for my tire.
Used tire shop?
Yeah.
Okay. And what, you remember like what street it was on or cross streets?
I where we were at, it only took us like 5 minutes to get to where we were at.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly what tire shop. I have no idea because I was literally just driving blindly, like where do I turn? Where do I turn? Where do I go? You know.
And was he fighting with you at the tire shop? Because you said he was upset about the tire.
He was like not talking at all. He didn't talk at all.
Anything physical?
Normally, like he would take control and be like the man of the situation. He wouldn't let me talk to the guys or whatever. You know, he would take control, but he was quiet. He would let me talk. He let me pay for it. He was mad.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if we try to track down video that showed, some of the other parts with him being upset and kind of what
You
led
can
up
talk to
to.
the people that came in that morning. He was real mad at him just for coming into his apartment to fix his furnace.
The maintenance people?
And the office lady, he went in after they came in, after he argued with them for about 15, 20 minutes, and then he had me drive him down to the office so he could argue with them some more.
Is it when they served the 30-day eviction notice or whatever?
No, they served that afterwards.
Afterwards?
Was that,
Wait,
did the apartment management do that or like a deputy?
I don't know. It was in the door. It said a 3-day notice.
Oh, I guess.
I remember when we went back. Oh yeah, we went back in the furnace. People were still there. I don't know where we went initially. Forget.
Are the holes in the wall, is that from him or from you?
From him. The smoothie on the ceiling was from me.
We're trying to figure out what that was. Smooth. So, I found the one report from Akron where he had broken in. Do you know if he filed other police reports?
Me?
Yeah, against him.
Just the other. I filed the robbery when he robbed me. I never filed anything domestic because he had told me that if I filed something domestic, even if I canceled it, the state could pursue it against him. So I never filed anything domestic, honestly, which I probably should have. I filed 2 things for him breaking in. I asked the officer one time to just come walk into my apartment with me to make sure I was safe, and they didn't show up for another day, so it wasn't really productive.
I'll research that stuff on my end, and I'm guessing that you will as well, see what we can track down. I want to get some photographs of your injuries. Do you have, other than like your lip?
It's a bruise right here.
Okay.
There were 2 scrapes that I got pictures of. What was the other one?
My sister was taking, she was going out with this, I know for sure, because he always cried.
from that day?
So the car, is the gun still going to be in the car?
Yes.
It's in Cleveland right now.
His phone and the gun is in the car.
But your phone.
I haven't.
So we would like, in addition to pictures, we would like to have one of our forensics guys download your phone just to kind of show a timeline of everything. If we're able to do that now, then we'll be able to let you take your phone with you. Otherwise, we're going to need your phone for evidence.
I'll get it for you.
Okay.
There's going to be some other stuff on it that's irrelevant, but at least I'll give you the timeline.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, I'm not here just to prove someone's guilt. My job is to try to determine, to the best of my ability, what happened and the
I
truth.
didn't even mean to even shoot him and
So,
kill him. Him dying. I don't even know.
but some of the stuff I'm going to be interested in on your phone is like, has he sent you messages, threatening things? Have you communicated with other people about some of this, just to kind of corroborate what you're telling us? And I believe you sitting here that you've suffered some violence against you. I can tell looking at your face.
Yeah. I still would never do this. Then I still would never do this. I cared about him even through all of this. Like even through everything that we've been through. Like we've been through fights all the time, but I just always leave. I'm always able to leave faster than this. Like, and there's just no doubt in my mind that he would have killed me in the moment, you know? I would never cared about him alive.
Obviously, we have a giant investigation to do, okay?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because you ran, you got to Cleveland, Akron, whatever, we had to file warrants against you. So you have a murder warrant for your arrest, okay?
I told her that. I told her she's going to custody, so she's prepared for that.
Think about the murder warrant arrest. Yes.
It's a process, okay? And Detective Phelan and I will do everything we can to uncover the truth and show the court the truth, okay? We're not here just to say, yeah, she did it, it's purposeful, anything like that. It's, hey, this is the truth, this is what happened, okay?
Yeah, like I don't even understand how it happened. I don't even understand.
It's unfortunate because, I tell my kids the same thing. Like, you pull that trigger, you don't know where that bullet goes. And that's, it can ricochet off of something.
So do you even have any idea on his body what you said you thought he might have been a foot, so you didn't, to your knowledge?
His chest. His family told me he was shot in the chest. His family told me. God called me and told me.
So I actually, right before you guys got here, I talked to our forensic pathologist that did an autopsy. He was shot in the left shoulder, where it went through his body and out at the base of his neck above his clavicle.
It's a side shot, huh?
From lower to upper, left to right.
So, what does that mean?
Just means the path of the trigger of the bullet.
So it exited?
Mhm.
It just couldn't save me?
Yeah. He, the medics worked on him for, 15 minutes on scene. He was probably gone at that point. They did try to get him to a hospital where he was pronounced a short time later.
Oh my God.
No, you're
That's
fine.
okay. That's what we,
Hold on.
Been through this. Why didn't they say anything when he had died?
when you say
They did. They did.
the police or
police, the hospital. They I saw an article. An article
so
way before, and his family was notified.
I talked to his dad that night. We do everything in our possibility to make sure that we know exactly who our decedent is. We don't prematurely talk to family members and give them possibly the worst news of their life until we know 100% who it is. So some of the time lag was there. It took us a while just to make sure 100% who he was before we talked to the family, and that's why there's there was some time that went by before I talked to his dad.
It's definitely not a fast process. We try not to rush it either. I mean, we want to make sure that we're pretty damn certain that this is who it is before we go break that news. So, and that's what took so long too. And Dad was there at the hospital waiting for a while. But
The family was there. Do you know his dad? Like it? How well?
Last time I saw him, he was like, "There's my future daughter-in-law."
Okay. So how many times do you think you've met Dad?
4 or 5. Probably my brother was Facebooking. Every time I saw him, it was his brother for some money. He always got money from.
Do you have any questions?
I guess my only question, back to the car, where would, let's say this is the building, and the front door, let's say this is the front door. Where were you parked, in relevance to the front door? Were you on this side, or were you over here? Looking at left side? Okay. And then the car was, you said, holding, the front, holding.
Derek? So any questions for us or?
No, but if I can get a copy of the paperwork, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Samantha, do you have any questions for me? A couple different things. We're gonna, and I'm sure that you would have done this voluntarily. I went ahead and got a search warrant for your DNA. It's painless.
I told her to expect it.
And that'll just be compared to evidence that we recovered. You said that at some point you did have the gun, so I'm going to think that your DNA is going to come back on it. But this is also to show, whether he handled it, things like that, to exclude evidence. And
She did tell me there was blood on the clothes that we probably should.
I was just
You don't want to do 3 each side? 3 steps?
I just pull the other side.
Oh, okay.
you might just have to break this stick off at the end because it might be too long to go back.
She really thought they would have designed those better. Thank you. It's just a search warrant to get your DNA, that's all. Remember when I told you I can put a swab in your mouth? Yeah.
I'll just do you over left. Right and start please. Thank you.
Nothing else we need to know about you two, right? You're not like spawning and collecting, robbing people or anything like that. Okay, you just want to make sure that there's no surprises in the investigation. While we're going through it, just to make sure that you guys weren't like terrorizing the city of Columbus or something too. Okay. How many guns did you think he had?
He bought and sold guns a lot.
A lot.
Off pharmacy.
I'm sorry.
He bought and sold guns a lot off pharmacies. And when I had just recently pulled up to see him, I was just bringing that one back. It was in my possession. I was bringing it back to him. So that's how. I don't even know how many guns he had at that time besides that, but I was bringing that one back. He had said he needed it. So I was bringing it back to him. We were fighting. I wasn't even gonna go down there. I ended up going just on a limb after a night out, just because I was upset.
Where's he getting his guns from?
Arms was,
Arms list.
yeah, the website.
Yeah.
He buys and sells a lot on there. A lot, so I don't know how many he might have had, but that was the only one that was in my possession that he had left at my house. He bought that in Akron, I believe.
So we got one gun out of the kitchen yesterday.
From him, from his kitchen.
That was it. A load of Jordans, that's for sure.
Me too.
But yeah, it's the only firearm we found, and then one spent casing in a bag. So
What does that mean?
the fired projectile, fired bullet was just the casing that flipped behind.
Oh yeah, he accidentally shot his wall.
In the apartment.
He almost accidentally shot me so many times. Just accidentally shooting.
Just the two
He's so
swabs.
bad with guns. He doesn't need to show them or anything. He has accidentally pulled the trigger like 3 times. Yeah.
This is arguably the most chilling moment for psychological analysis. It demonstrates a profound normalization of life-threatening danger. She mentions that he accidentally shot her so many times in the same flat, unemotional tone one might use to describe someone being clumsy with a coffee cup. This indicates a complete recalibration of what constitutes a normal level of risk in an intimate relationship. Most people would consider being accidentally shot once to be a life-altering, relationship-ending event. For Samantha, it has become a data point, a personality quirk. This moment confirms the depth of the psychological grip and the extreme violence she had normalized, making the final, fatal incident seem less like an anomaly and more like the tragic endpoint of a consistently dangerous pattern.
Me, I've never, ever.
That's,
Ever.
you'll see
Is
all
that the
this.
case number for me yet?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sign one.
Yeah, that's just a probable cause affidavit, which you'll have access to. And
Yeah, I just wanna make sure there's a case number so I can.
I had the
Or is that
CR.
yours? That was like the CR number,
Yeah, that's the CR number.
That's the
They
CR.
just don't have it a lot of times when they send it back to us.
just so I can get them the paperwork you need. So what, Friday morning she'll be in Franklin County, maybe?
Should be. If not, it'll be Saturday morning, but it should be Friday.
Okay, I was gonna check the Saturday morning courts. I wasn't sure with the holidays, cause some of the courts are, so, okay, so Friday morning I'll come down for you, okay?
I'm staying here.
You're gonna stay with, I'm gonna guess that young lady over there. Okay?
You have your city phone.
I do.
Just take a picture of ID and I'll give it back to you. And then
I wasn't sure if you needed the key. I was just trying to cooperate as possible. So
If it's locked up,
It was locked up.
that'll save me from damaging it.
no, it should be locked because I told them lock the car and don't touch anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. The key's nice to have. Yeah, that way we'll be able to get into it easier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll hold on to this, okay?
Yeah.
You don't need the, just not going to need this for booking. So,
No.
I just want to make sure.
Oh my God.
The less you have, the better.
Yeah.
That's why we left the phone in my car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, do you want to see if the patrol officers are here?
Yeah, and also I know that you have pictures, but I'd like to get pictures.
Bruised up pretty bad. This other scratch came in. There was only one scratch at first, but this other one, I think it was from where it was dry.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll just take the picture of your face, and we can step out. Officer Hillary here, take the pictures of the one on your arm.
And then I'll email them the rest of them too.
Yeah. I didn't even start taking pictures until I found out that he passed away, because all the times he's ever put his hands on me, I've never took pictures. I've never
Oh,
took
really?
pictures. Yeah. I never took pictures.
Has he ever
I
hit you in
don't-
the face before?
In the face, like, I've had bruises right here before from him, like, smacking me.
Just from smacking, but not punching or anything.
No, he's pushed me just one time before, just like, but it didn't leave a lot of marks. Like, it busted my bottom lip, but it didn't leave marks. I don't even remember what we were fighting about when that happened either.
I'm going to step out, and then once you're done, just call me back, and then I'll get my clipboard here.
Okay.
I got you, sir.
You want me to step out while she's taking this? I might have to lift your so I just trying to give you some privacy.
During her trial, Samantha's defense claimed she acted in self-defense after her boyfriend came towards her in a threatening manner. In 2023, her trial for murder charges led to a hung jury. Shortly after Samantha pleaded guilty to reckless homicide for the shooting death of her boyfriend, Eric Washington, in 2021. She was sentenced to 5.5 years to the Marysville Prison for Women in Ohio.